All right, so I think we are live. Welcome back. Welcome back. Sam,
Very nice.
Antonio, thanks for joining me today. How are you guys?
Doing very
Oh,
well. Doing very well.
marvelous.
Marvelous.
Doing
Big question.
spectacular.
How was Thanksgiving?
You go first, Sam.
Oh, I was gonna actually say you go first because I didn't really have one. We, no, we spent it up in San Jose area. Yeah, I was working, so I was gone we just got back yesterday sometime.
Very nice.
Yeah.
My mine was very good. My grandparents came down,
Hmm.
or no, sorry, we went up to see my grandparents.
Very
So
nice.
we came down, and yeah, nice quiet Thanksgiving. Watched some football, ate some turkey.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Man, I will say that was it Thanksgiving when the Bears and the Lions play?
Yeah.
Oh, I will say there were some shady things that went on with the Bears. Not
Yeah,
to go there, but yeah. Anyway,
that was poor.
yeah,
Brother
didn't
Bird,
watch that.
how was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was quite shitty.
Oh no.
Really? No way.
Yeah.
What happened?
No, we went to
Sorry for
some
bringing it up.
no, we went to some friends of Amy's. And they're a really sweet family. They've always been very, accepting of me and ours,
Mm,
especially when we don't have anything else go. They invite us to big family events. So it was really nice hanging out with them. But
nice.
as soon as we got home, well, let me rephrase that. So my oldest, Lena, did not go with me. She went to a friend of hers house. And so she was there when we got home and she was like, hey, there's something wrong with our cat. And we ended up losing our cat that night.
Oh no.
Oh
And that
man.
was pretty sad and traumatic.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, dude.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So that kind of put a downer on it. And then, in the process of that going on, Amy got a call and like one of the friends she grew up with had died in a car accident.
Ooh.
So it was kind of like compound upon compound. And
Yeah,
yeah, it kind of put everybody in a rough mood.
I see. I see,
That's
man.
terrible.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
And then Friday was my birthday. So
Yeah.
that was a
Well,
pretty low point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use you guys for therapy. I'm just gonna let it all out.
yeah. All right, yeah, that's
Let
fine,
it
man.
out.
I actually
No,
just found out
I
today, dude, that your birthday is the same as my mom's. I
oh,
guess,
it is.
yeah, she just told me today. She was like, "Yeah, it was Bird's birthday last Friday," and she's like, we share the same birthday, so that's cool. I thought that was interesting.
Well, happy birthday, Miss Mabel.
Well, happy birthday to you,
Yeah.
brother.
Um,
But
but yeah, so I hate Black Friday. I absolutely hate that day. I still get a lot of anxiety when I get out with around a lot of people,
mhm,
and that's the one day where all the people come out. So I like to hide in my corner, retreat under my blankets. But it was also my birthday, and that's not as big of a deal. But coming off of the low lows from the day before, it's pretty rough. Kind of let itself into the weekend. So I
mhm,
was really glad for Sunday to get together with everybody, but I was still really feeling it kind of in my shell, you
yeah.
know.
Mhm.
But I felt a lot better afterwards. I think I cried the entire service.
Oh
Really?
wow.
Wow.
Sitting there in the back
Wow.
working the microphones. I'm like, just
Yeah.
like what were the first two songs we started off with? I remember it was the first one. If you don't know it, that's fine. I'll just tell you. I remember sitting there and I'm like listening to it. I'm like, it was just, how great God is. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You really are.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm all up in my face about it, or all up in
Yeah.
my personal space about being sad and everything. But I'm gonna take the opportunity to praise you even in my sadness. And then the next song came on, and that was like, it's okay that you're broken. I still love you. I'm like, bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really blew a gasket on that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was cathartic. It was healing. So
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, I
glad to
believe
get
that.
get all my tears out at church.
The
Yeah.
best place to get them out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
As
mean
long as
there's
nobody can see you. No.
So happy ending after all.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Well, just keep that momentum going, man, for the rest of the week. I mean, we're only 2 days in, so
Yeah, no.
no.
Mm.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on, getting towards the end of school and
Hmm.
see how bare my house is. We got somebody coming in to take pictures of it tomorrow so we can put it up on the market.
Mm.
It's traumatic times, lots of stress, but we're getting there.
Yeah,
Taking it day by day.
Yeah. So
that's good.
last week I talked to my friend Nats, and she's an artist friend of mine. I've known her for years, and she's a super lovely person. I actually got a comment on that video, and there's a guy named Rosebane. He's Dr. Rosebane on his socials. So I checked him out and checked out his profile. So he got some good stuff. But we were talking about uh, artists feeling the need, feeling pressured, or negatively incentivized. I mean, I wouldn't even say negatively incentivized. I don't think that's fair. But feeling incentivized to post NSFW art, which is not suitable for work, not safe for work. I don't know. I say suitable. My kid says safe, and then she calls me a nerd. So either suitable or safe, they both start with S. So take it as you will. But
Sure.
that was one of the topics that we talked about. And NAS does a lot of NSFW art. And we were talking about, or I was trying to ask her if like she ever felt kind of exploited as an artist to put that out just to grow a fan base. And this commenter, he'd said that he kind of feels like he's been in that kind of pigeonholed in that. It says that he puts out a lot of work and he's tried a little bit of it, but I don't think he feels very comfortable or he's just not very interested in it. But he's definitely noticing that because he's not out there exploiting himself, exploiting his art, he kind of feels like completely overlooked, you know?
Mm.
And he says here at the end, he says he never felt like he deserves attention or demands it. It's just nice to have someone out there to give a simple like or ask about your piece, your story, so on and so forth. And I completely understand that because I was saying in the podcast that I pretty much stopped posting on social media or not social media, but on like forums and stuff like that group because I didn't like that feeling. But I have that same thing. Like I've got all these characters with stories and ideas, and I just got all of this stuff. And I feel like I'm kind of missing an outlet for it
Mm.
because I'm not willing to compromise or go along with what I know will get likes and attention. I feel like it'd be selling out and cheapening some of the things that I really have in store that are special to me. So, what do you guys think about that? What's your hot take on that? We'll start with Antonio.
So
Or
I
do
guess,
you let you cook?
well,
Let
I mean,
him
I don't
cook.
know. I
Let
don't
him
really know that I have too much to say, but like, I don't know. I just think about, I don't know, what's the real reason that you are creating your art? Is it to have a successful career? Is it to do
cook.
all these things, or is it to as a hobby? I think I can speak more to the hobbyist side of things. Like, I don't know. I have things that I make or whatever. I don't know. Like music. Like we make music, and it's like for me, it's like I don't know. It's a lot easier to sell out in music. You know what I mean? To be like, oh, I'm gonna be an industry plant. I mean, obviously, it's not that easy. But you guys get what I'm saying. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it comes down to like if you want to make that money, then make that money, I guess. But I don't know. I'm thinking a lot about the verse of Jesus saying, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his
The
soul in the
soul. Right.
process?
Yeah.
I guess that was a really long-winded, jumbled way to get that verse out there. But yeah, that's all I can really think about right now.
Right.
No, I think it definitely makes a connection.
Hmm.
Because even if you weren't thinking about it in biblical terms, like, and you just want to look at it, um, it's hard to stray from the Bible because the Bible's so spot on with it. But yeah, I
Well,
mean, you can look into the secular world and find all kinds of people making all kinds of money, doing all kinds of things, and you can see them like empty, hollow. They feel like pointless,
Hmm.
a lot of self mortality rates, things like
mhm.
that from really successful people. And it kind of makes you wonder, like maybe there is something to that, you know?
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Sam?
Yeah, I think I'm kind of along the same lines. It's really kind of finding like your true identity in those kinds of things, especially if it's not like the place where she came from to begin with, or he. Or just, people in general. If you feel like you ask the question, do you feel like you've been exploited by doing that? And a lot of people will go for the things that are catchy. And I think in today's world, the two things that catch a lot of people's eyes and minds is sex and humor, right? I mean, that's just what your flesh likes, and it sucks to say that, but it's those things that you kind of that just runs rampant in the world. And when somebody sees that, for some reason, they just feel drawn to it in some weird way. But if that's not like what you've based your art or your identity or your reason off of, I just think it leads down a road that it I don't know, it just you end up in a place you don't want to be, right? I think one of the things too that from the comment as well is how they, I do get where people want to, they wish somebody would give you that like, somebody would give you the follow, or somebody would
Mm,
compliment on things. I get that. I do. I do, but I also believe in something again. If you can tr really find your true, like just your baseline and stick to that, you don't really expect those things. And I think that's probably the thing that where like they probably have to fine tune their and just their who they are is they probably want to like don't expect anything or right the reason why you feel that way is because you expect, right?
mm,
That's always going to be the enemy of anything, whether it's in marriage, whether it's in your job, whether it's in trying to be a content creator. If you expect certain things, that's where things become little foul play.
mm. I don't know. I definitely understand that. And just as a bit of a counterpoint, I will say that, as being in the same boat as Rosebane, you put together all this stuff. Like I've been working on it my whole life, stories,
Or
characters, ideas, things that are really important to me and ways that I appreciate the hobby, appreciate the fandom, and then want to contribute and be a part of it. And I think that's the thing. It's like you want to be a part of a community, a
mm,
community of things that you share with. And those likes, those comments, it's
mhm.
a validation that says, hey, you haven't wasted all your time doing this stuff.
Yeah, sure.
And there is an element, yeah, I've probably anyway, I've probably wasted too much time or whatever, but still it's nice to get that validation. And again, even if it's not like not coming with the expectations like I want to blow up and be the next Todd
Mm.
McFarlane character designer, or I want to be the wow, that's probably dated. I don't know if anybody knows who Todd McFarlane is. Probably from our audience, but he created Spawn.
Okay.
Anyway, the next big thing, even if you don't have those kind of expectations, you still want some validation to say, hey, your idea was worth it, or your idea was good. And even if it doesn't connect with everyone, you want it to connect with someone.
Sure.
And I think that goes back to the idea that I've been talking about for a while. Community building. Find your people, find your tribe. If
Yeah.
you're putting it out there and nobody's seeing it, it's easy to say you haven't met your tribe yet. You
Mm.
know, so don't give up putting it out there because, like, I don't even know how Rosebane found this video. I guess he's friends with Nats,
Nice.
and that's a link. That's a lifeline, and
Mhm.
I want to connect with you. I'd love to talk about your stuff. Like I actually looked at your work. It looks really fun. It's like
Yeah.
a kind of a flat stylized. Um, it's really a lot of fun, and he's got some really inventive characters. And I only saw like little quick blurbs about what he. Anyway, I'm just saying I'd love to connect with you and talk with you. So keep yourself out there. Don't let yourself get discouraged to where you just stop and retreat. You know,
Absolutely.
you will find your community. For me, like this podcast here, like I've made videos before and they never really went anywhere, did anywhere. The videos I'm making now haven't really gone anywhere or done anything, but Like I feel called to make these videos,
Mm,
not for any purpose other than to just create a lifeline to build a community because I'm all about community. And if I find people like him, if I find people like anybody else that comes in now or years from now who just happens to wind up on this video,
mm,
I want to put that invitation out. I want to extend that hand. I want to put the lifeline to build that community because it's a
absolutely.
very, very lonely world. And
Mm,
it's really hard to get the validation that you probably even rightly deserve, or even as we've talked about, the mentorship to help you get on the path that you need to polish yourself where you get that the validation you deserve. It's kind of hard to get that when everyone just wants quick gratification. And like Sam was saying, sex sells, humor sells. Well,
all
if you're
right.
not sexy and you're not funny,
Right. Oh,
it doesn't mean you don't have a
You
place
end
in the
up on a
world. It just
podcast with
means
three dudes. Yeah,
there you go.
yeah,
that's not your place. But you
Uh,
got a place. So keep looking for your
yeah.
place.
I think
yeah.
that's what I was trying to say too, is that's ultimately what I was getting at is everybody's looking for you're using the word validation in people and whatnot. You're not you may not find it. That I mean,
Mm.
just don't stop. Just keep grinding it out. I mean, how many countless stories are there with is a dude like the guy I was at Colonel Sanders. He became famous, or KFC became a hit after at 72 years old or something like that, and he had been trying to perfect it for like 40 years. But it was the one time, it was the one thing, it was the one connection. And you just never know what the breakthrough is, because if you stopped, it could have been that very
Right
next
there.
step. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll never know. I mean, and that's why I think people just, I mean, just don't care. Just don't expect things. Just walk it is what it is, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's important to recognize your callings and to walk those out in whatever capacity you can. I think that there's a big bar. People think that I need to step out at the expert level. And that's not true. You got to start somewhere,
Hmm.
and you can't expect to be successful. I don't know. Oh gosh, I got many, many thoughts.
That's it.
I was watching a video about OnlyFans models. Well, it wasn't about them, but they had mentioned a statistic about OnlyFans models is they're
Mm.
promised this get rich quick because sex sells, and there are a billion guys out there that want to see your body. So go cash out. But like the average user makes like $125 a month, and there's a that dead average means there's people out there making a whole lot less. The people who are actually banking millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever metric you think for success is
Hmm.
so small. And what do you have to give up to get that or to even take a shot at it and then fail?
Right. Yeah.
Like you've given up something that you can't get back,
Yeah.
you know? And I think it's the same thing with the NSFWR, and I have nothing against NSF. I don't like things that are, you know, blatantly sexual and,
Right.
exploitative, whatever. But I like nude bodies. I think that they're beautiful and I think they have a place in art. They have since forever.
Mm.
So like what I would classify as NSFW might be different or might not be appreciated in some polite circles. I don't even know, but I don't care because I am me. I'm made at the frequency I am, and I have my own self that I have to answer to. But I also want to make a community with people. You know what I mean? So there are things that are too far, and I do have a line. I don't know if I could quantify it quite well enough, but I also think I'm getting off topic.
Mm.
But the point is, it's like when you're getting out there, everyone expects that instant gratification to get rich quick. The OnlyFans thing, like, oh, I'm going to go make all this money. But what have you given up, and you really didn't even make that much money? I think they call it like the black pill. I don't know the
Mm.
context of that. But yeah, you see it in YouTube, like these little kids get on there and they're like, yeah, I make millions of dollars on YouTube. Like of all the people on YouTube, you're a corner case, bro. You know,
Yeah. I gotcha.
you can't just step out expecting all that kind of success. Doesn't mean it
Mm.
won't happen, but yeah, the expectations, like you were saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's a lot harder too today. I mean, with the way social media is and how everybody's interconnected through just networking and just the internet. I don't know, like it's not to say that. Oh, can you hear me?
I can
Hello?
hear
Yes.
you. You didn't
Oh,
break up.
sorry. Something, no, yeah, something totally just flew off my laptop. But it's not to say that it's like any industry or market is oversaturated and you couldn't make it. It's just, like I mean, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack kind of thing. And not to discourage anybody. It's just like that just means that, if you're gonna pursue something, just double down on yourself and
Yeah.
just make sure you know that you're worth your own investment kind of thing.
Yeah.
See that. What do you think,
I'd
Antonio?
say have fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Got to make sure it's something you enjoy. Then it just becomes a second job or more of a job. I don't know.
No,
No.
I agree with that. Yeah. I think they say like find something you love doing, you'll never work a day in your life. Like I disagree with that statement. But I do think there's something to that. And I think that when you're looking for your calling, when you find it, it'll be something that you're passionate about. It'll be something that feeds you.
No,
And yeah, you're gonna work at it. Like don't let anybody tell you. Like it might not seem like no, it'll be work, but it
Hmm.
will feed you. You won't feel exhausted by it. You'll feel charged by it. So
well, yeah, and I think that can be looked at many different ways, though. I mean, because a lot of people refer to, if you, what is it? What was the phrase again, Antonio? You do what you love, and what? And you
you'll
won't
never
work a
work a
day.
day again
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
your
Sorry.
life.
Yeah, and so I guess like a lot of people will take that at face value and say, well, man, I love playing video games. I will just do that for a living." But I don't know. Sometimes, like I'll tell you right now, I have like a really big love-hate for my job. I hate what I do as an engineer. It's it sucks crunching numbers and then the amount of people that you interact with and how many of them are on a high horse. It's not fun. But what I do find fun and what I do find fulfilling is that, man, a lot of it's really my interaction with my company and my coworkers. I get to really show these guys, what it means to, live life a certain way or how to act a certain way or how to pursue certain things in our company a certain way. And it changes things. And those things, the fruit is in the labor and whatnot. And it's witnessed by like we make the most money in my region. We have the most people that don't want to quit. We've retained so many people for so long, and those are the awesome things. And then we treat each other like family in my region. It's just so freaking awesome. Whereas you go to other regions, it's not like that. But what I was getting at is I may not like being an engineer as far as the attributes of like what a stereotypical engineer is, but I love the interaction with people. I love providing a service to my coworkers is really what it is, man. I just feel like it's in that way. And so, just a lot, I don't think people ought to run with that phrase and say that, oh, because I love, playing the drums, that's what I need to do. Or just because you could do a lot of things, man. And if you could just somehow find your way to be able to pour your heart and soul into it, I think it becomes way more rewarding than what people would mistake in as a hobby.
Hmm.
Well, let's ask Antonio because he loves playing guitar.
Yeah.
Say he somewhat does that semi-professionally.
Yep.
Like, do,
Yeah,
do
that'd
you
be.
do you work at it?
I hope
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I try to. I mean, nothing comes of it, but I do try to.
I hope he comes. I heard
Like
Tony.
I've been learning this John Mayer song for like 3 years now. I still can't get it. So I mean,
Neo, Neo.
exactly, yeah, man. But no, it's just, yeah, it is something that requires practice and
Yeah.
dedication. And there
So
are
you
times I get
got
frustrated with it. Yeah,
so that was my second question. Do you ever get to the point where you're like, I don't even want to look at a guitar today?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I don't even think I've picked one up today. you
Wow.
know.
Slacking.
So,
But
but
No, okay.
oh yeah,
Okay.
when
totally.
it comes to calling, when it comes to purpose and pursuing passions, like, do you think that that invalidates your entire pursuit of the guitar or the joy that you get out of it?
No, not at all. I don't think so. I think that I don't know. I think that there's I don't want to say skills, but like playing the guitar is a skill that I've acquired, and I think that I don't know. I don't think that when I first set out to play it and I first had the desire to get a guitar, I don't think that I was like, oh, this is going to be my calling. This is going to be everything. I think that
Right.
it's just something that I slowly adapted along the way. And I think that the Lord just opened up those doors for me as I went through, as
Right.
I, just went day by day. And I just think, I don't know. I think now I play and I think that God uses that as more of an enhancement of my calling, I think. But I don't know.
Well, I was
It's,
feeling it on Sunday, I can tell you that much.
oh, thank you. Praise God. No, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I think that's what it is, man. And again, that's like nail right on the head, dude. It's just another tool that the Lord can use for you. It may not be the direct thing, guitar or
yeah,
engineering, but
yeah,
it's the greater, it's I don't know, it's like a foot in the door. It's a tool.
yeah,
It's all of it's all of the above, man. But like the
yeah,
underlying thing is it's some kind of service, right? You as a person, whether it be in this world or whether it be for the Lord, it's service.
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
way I see it.
yeah. I heard a phrase once that it was a pastor and he had said, "Occupy your street," and then it kind of means like wherever you go, wherever you're walking, whatever street you're on, you, be you, be yourself, be who God's called you to be. Like go and then influence that area. So when you go to work, maybe it's not the career that you want yet, but as you're building up a savings to do this for this other job that you're trying to get, like be yourself there, like occupy that street. I don't know. Maybe that maybe that phrase isn't really the best, but I don't know. It's just to me, it just kind of stands out to be like be who you are in Jesus. Like
Hmm.
I'm not ever going to shy away from Jesus. I don't know what your ultimate goal here is, Brother Bird, like to reach a bigger audience and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I'm never going to like look away
Yeah.
from God and from Jesus. So I think that it's like when it comes to people growing and people doing these things and occupying their streets, I think it's just be who you are in Jesus. Find who
Yeah.
you are in Jesus.
Yeah.
Find Jesus and you'll find who you are in him type thing. And
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know that
I
can
think that's
sound kind of vague, but
Yeah.
no, no, no. Actually, I think it does. I get where you're coming from, but it's such a critical understanding because, like, going back to my first video, like, we're all created different. You know, like, God has a wide variety and He
oh,
put specific
absolutely.
attributes in you. Everyone needs to shine at their own frequency. And people
Yeah.
get misconceived about, like, when you bring up anything religious, but the essence of missionary work is be you the way God created you.
Mhm.
Find joy, find contentment, find fulfillment in that, in His creation of you specifically, and walk that out. That's what missionary work is. And
Yeah.
I'm not looking to make an audience of a gabillion. I really just want to reach one person. I want to like shine a spotlight on them and like let them see how awesome they are and
Yeah.
help them not only like feel like they are loved and welcomed inside of a community, but then to turn around and walk that out. That to me is missionary work. You know,
Mm,
that's the greatness of like, of putting Jesus, of putting a perspective of Jesus on your life and other people's lives. It's
Mhm.
not about being religious. It's about being you. It's about finding who you are and being the best you that you could be.
yeah. And I'm completely self-aware of how well, I mean, I guess if I admit I'm self-aware, I'm not self-aware. But I do know what it looks like, to be like, holding up a Jesus banner, trying to jam it down your throat. I realize how unappealing that is to people.
Yeah.
But I think for me personally, when we're
Right.
talking about calling, you're talking about identity. I really can't move off of the fact of my faith, which is something so pivotal in my life that it's, the main pillar of who I am. So I don't know.
No, I completely
There
agree.
you go.
And yeah,
Yeah.
that's the big thing is like the topic of religion turns a lot of people off, but when you realize like how central the true elements of I hate the word religion, but whatever religion, like
Yeah.
who Jesus is, what faith is, and what a Christian means. Like when you put those things together, you find that it's not stodgy, it's not limiting, it's not a holier than thou, putting other people down. It's the exact opposite about that. It's about
Yeah.
throwing out lifelines, about walking in the sunshine, lifting people up to do the same,
Right.
because
Yeah.
he has great love for all of us. And when we find that love, we find warmth, we find hope, we find
Yeah.
purpose. And when we
Yeah.
walk that out, we find fulfillment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as a bunch of religious terms, but man, they're just practical, very, very applicable in everyday life
Oh,
when
for
you can hit
sure.
on it.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I
when you hit
agree.
it, you know it. It's like playing guitar, when you hit that chord wrong, you hear it, you feel it. It's there's something off to the
Yeah.
resonance of it. But when it hits right and everything's tuned up and it's got that mellow harmony to it, and it's just like a breath of fresh air.
For
Ah,
sure.
Yeah.
sigh of relief.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And Lord knows I hit a lot of wrong chords. So,
Yeah, so does Sam. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I'm kidding, bro. Kind of.
I
No.
tried
Not really.
I tried playing my guitar the other day and all my calluses have gone.
Yeah.
I think I played for like maybe 10 minutes and my fingers were all cut to pieces.
Yeah.
Really?
At least you
Yeah.
guys are hitting off. But
They
I
say
couldn't
washing
pretty
dishes,
much all.
like hot soapy water, is really bad for your calluses. I always use that as an
Really?
excuse. I use that as an excuse on Thanksgiving. Instead of getting in there and
Can't
helping with
do
the dishes, I
dishes.
was
Is
like,
that,
sorry,
I play the guitar, guys.
I
Sorry.
can't. No.
That's funny, man.
It fell on deaf ears though. But hey,
Yeah,
You still did them?
yeah, no, yeah,
it
That's
happens.
too funny, man. That's funny.
Well, I know that you don't have a whole lot of time, Antonio, and that's really the
don't.
big the big topic. Does anybody else have anything they want to say or close with?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, man.
I will say one thing. I'm looking forward. I was waiting for the whole thing to drop. I want to watch Arcane, the
Oh,
new.
Arcane season two?
Yeah. Have you
Yeah,
seen it yet?
I have not. I have not. I can't really. Oh, I'm too critical of League of Legends. That's my it's my thing. And so like, so many people loved Arcane One. I'll tell you, I don't even think they should have started with this storyline. Like, there's so many other storylines out there that they could have done, and they decided to go with this garbage. And so, yeah,
You didn't like it?
I. It's not that I didn't like it. I was just upset that they
You
chose to
didn't like it
choose.
as a league player.
No, I didn't like it that they chose this storyline to introduce a League of
Mhm.
Legends into like the cinematics or not cinematics, just the Netflix series.
Mhm.
There's so many better. They could have gone with just like Noxus or something and Darius or Luxana and Garen and Silas. There's so many people, so many different worlds and universes, but they chose the crappiest one. You know what I mean? I think so. It just there wasn't significance in it. Sorry,
So I
I was
guess
nerding
I'm
out
not going to
there.
get an Arcane season 2 review with you, huh?
No, probably not. No, you're probably not a good one. I'm too biased. I'm just way too
All right.
biased. Yeah.
You can get a
Anybody
haters
who's
review. It
listening,
sounds.
if you want to do an Arcane season 2 review with me, I would love to talk about it. I haven't seen it yet, so I plan on binging it sometime this week if I can fit it in with everything else I got going on. So sometime soon,
Yeah.
I'd like to discuss
Okay.
Arcane with someone. It doesn't have to be Sam.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it and I'll
No,
get a
no, that's all right.
perspective
You can be
on
all
it.
stuck
Yeah.
up about it. I can help you.
Ah! I gotcha. But no, appreciate it, guys. That
We'll
was
do that.
awesome.
How
Yeah.
about you, Antonio? You got anything?
Nothing groundbreaking, but you should have seen the spider that I had to kill about halfway through our conversation there.
Ooh,
Just felt a little tickle on my calf and then lost it. So,
was it a big one?
well, it's not now, so I can't show you because his legs all curled in. But
Oh, I gotcha.
any spider is a big spider.
Yeah,
Especially
that's
if you don't
true.
see it coming.
Yeah,
Dude, so we were watching YouTube last night and Jeremiah, he'll just randomly go through like reels and there was this one it was like some kind of new species of underwater spider.
Nah,
Yeah,
we're good.
dude. As soon as it came up, I was like, "Bro,
Nope.
turn that off right now. Turn it off." Like I got like
Oh yeah, you're
unnecessary,
really weird about spiders.
bro.
Yeah,
That's one of my greatest fears is a Spider-Man.
yeah,
And it
Did
like,
you
yeah.
ever run into camel spiders downrange?
oh yeah, bro, yeah. Biggest fears of my life, man. Those and banana spiders are I'm not big
Yeah.
fans of. Yeah,
How do you feel
Yeah,
about Tom Holland?
the
I love
Spider-Man
Tom.
guy,
Yeah, Spider-Man.
I mean,
like
I don't know
as
anything about him
Spider-Man.
personally, but he seems like a great guy. But I love
I
him as
just
Spider.
mean, how do you feel about Spider-Man?
Oh, I love him as Spider-Man. He's the greatest Spider-Man ever.
Yeah, he's
Are you
cool.
scared
I
of
have very
Spider-Man,
specific
Sam?
criteria. You have
No,
to
no,
get
I'm not
Peter
scared
Parker
of dude.
right,
No, no.
and you have to get Spider-Man right.
Okay.
And he's the
Yeah.
first actor that did both perfectly, absolutely flawless.
Huh.
Tom Holland's a man.
No, I
We'll
don't
get
have any
into it.
issues with him, man. I have no
I was
issues.
just making a joke because you're scared of spiders, but
Yeah,
that was bad. Well, I didn't think it was
yeah.
that bad, but
It's
Yeah, but
weird.
you activated my nerddom, and I think I overshadowed your joke. I'm sorry.
that's all right. We've had this conversation many times
Oh
before.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, good.
Uh, yeah.
What you guys doing the rest of the night?
I am going to scrub my bathroom, my shower, and my tub. So I didn't know this, but apparently the glass in my shower is supposed to be see-through.
Oh no.
I thought that it was like frosted for privacy. I was wrong. So I have
Bro,
Okay.
a lot of cleaning I have to do to make it transparent,
I
I just need
got
to
you.
change the whole door. No.
pretty much, probably. I have to throw a little napalm there and cook it down.
Yeah.
That's funny. The best
How
way
about you?
is that vinegar. It's a cleaning vinegar and Dawn dish soap. That's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're
Nothing, man.
watching, looking for some cleaning supply
Yep,
tips and tricks,
yep.
Yeah.
Dawn
Cleaning,
and vinegar.
yep. That's one. No,
Good.
nothing much. I think Star and I are probably gonna go to the gym here shortly. We
Oh
put up
shoot,
our
you're going way late.
well, yeah, we were trying to go earlier, but then we wouldn't have been able to put up our Christmas lights and stuff like
Mm.
that.
Oh,
So
sweet. Sweet.
yeah, yeah, I'm not excited to go, man. I'm kind of tired and stuff, but we'll
You
do
Yeah.
got
it.
that song I sent you, right? That Lady Lightning song by
Yeah, yeah.
Arrow. Push
Oh
through it,
yeah.
bro. You got this.
Banger.
We'll see. I might just like detour to McDonald's or something. I don't know.
Ooh, that sounds
Yeah.
good.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I'm pretty
Sounds
hungry.
good. Yeah, same here.
All right, guys. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. It's great seeing you, as always. And we'll see you here next week, I guess.
All right, brothers. Take it easy, man.
Bye,
All love,
everybody. Love
homie.
you.
Yep, I guess later.